All right, Gemini, your turn. Let's see where we go. This is for you. Gemini, this is your ancestor message. In the extended, I will pull some cards around gifts that the ancestors are trying to get your attention about. Okay, things that are trying to open up. Tomorrow's morning message, I really talked a lot about, it's all about the Scorpio full moon eclipse that's happening at the end of this week. So if you want to check that out, I did pull cards for each zodiac sign. Those morning messages post at 7 a.m. Eastern time, Monday through Friday, in case you don't know. All right, let's see where we go. Crystal Cave, trust. Oh yeah, big time, Gemini. Secret spring, success. I like that. Owl spirit, wisdom. The real success comes from inside. I feel like the ancestors are trying to get you to refocus on what success really means to you. Excuse me. And it can feel like having money in the bank or having resources in some way is the security, but you're really the security. You're the one who's creating all that, okay? And the wisdom is about, you know what to do with stuff, okay? So it's not just, it's kind of like these readings. It's like, it's not just a reading to give you blah, 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 like lots of information. Here's a bunch of stuff about planets and all this kind of thing. It's really about, okay, then what do I do with it? And I think Gemini is really tapping into that wisdom. All right, underneath the Three of Wands, you're showing up as the Page of Cups. So there is some small offering that you have been manifesting. Maybe you've been manifesting a new beginning, a new start, maybe starting your own business or starting your own path on your own. On your own. And there's a little on your own. I mean, separate from what's been. I feel like the universe is sharing, making some small little bubbles in the water about this, and you may be kind of ignoring them, like really looking for something huge. Like the sign's got to be big for me to pay attention to it. I think you got to pay attention to subtle. Okay? Situation is the Knight of Pentacles. Things could have been moving very slowly or feel like they're slow. Wow. I got this for myself this morning. I'm a Gemini moon. So opportunity. 10 of Swords. Something is definitely ending here. You feel backstabbed. You feel betrayed by somebody. I think it's sudden. I think it's very sudden. Okay. 3 of Pentacles. I'm going to do this. 8 of Swords. The Hanged Man. Wow. There's that scorpionic transformational energy. 5 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, Empress. There's a little feeling of like I'm better off on my own. I'm better off on my own. I just feel like you haven't, if something comes along in the next 8 days, we're definitely, okay. So May 5th is the full moon Scorpio lunar eclipse. And these are themes of change, transformation. There's that Scorpio energy. Some of you could be feeling like somebody you really trusted stabbed you in the back or something. I feel like you're seeing it differently. Not you're seeing the stabbed in the back differently, but I feel like you've been putting your head in the sand about a person for a long time or about a situation for a long time. And, this person really isn't your friend or isn't on your side. The 5 of Swords makes me feel like that. So it's like the 9 of Pentacles and the Empress, I'm really better off on my own, or I'm better off going in my own direction. That's where the wisdom is, wisdom and success. You're like, yeah, there's something here that because I trusted a person or because I'm not trusting anybody, like flip it around for yourself. I'm not trusting anybody. I think everybody's out to get me. That's kind of scorpionic, really. It's shadow Scorpio. Not saying that all Scorpios are paranoid or anything like that, but the shadow side of Scorpio, which is really fixed water, dark energy, can be about everybody's out to get me. And then Scorpio goes, yeah, but just because I'm paranoid doesn't mean that people aren't really out to get me. So There's a little bit of that energy here. And I feel like you've been a good doobie. I feel like you've been doing your plodding along, paying attention. No, not paying attention, plodding along. So this can be someone at work. Okay, there can be some kind of collaboration that you're not really seeing clearly. Okay, you're not really seeing clearly. And you got to look from a different direction and look at it, turn it around a little bit. Is somebody going to stab you in the back? I'm going to clarify this because 10 of Swords is no joke. I got this myself. Okay, this morning, 10 of Cups, 4 of Cups, 3 of Swords, and the Chariot card. Yeah. I think something that was really happy, something that was really good, is kind of going to be disappointing a little bit, or feels disappointing to you. So there's a sense of moving forward in a really good way. Something has to come apart for you to move into the next stage. So between now, this Scorpio full moons are about releasing. Scorpio energy, or the eclipse energy, is about activation. So this is about releasing a stage in which you feel like you weren't making much progress, but it was happy or it was stable or something like that. I think you're not understanding how valuable you are, how important you are, or how much you have to offer on your own. You might be hiding behind somebody else and not knowing that you're doing that, really. Not knowing, it's like time to step out on your own. Okay, it is. It's time to step out on your own. And I feel like that's, it's coming maybe from a little bit of a negative place here, that someone's really disappointed you. But I feel like you're not going to, the realization is, I am not going to make my goals or my dreams come true if I stay here, if I stay in this blind kind of trust place. I've really got to say, hey, what have I learned about this? And I've got to move forward. I've got to trust my own wisdom. Ancestors are definite about that. Excuse me. Aquarian energy, the Star, 6 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Wands. Something about fighting about money. There's been a lot of fights about money. And I feel like if someone's not pulling their weight, then there's a conflict. And I feel like if you have been contributing way more than the other person or something like that, then I feel like there's an imbalance here that makes you feel like someone's taking advantage of you or something like that. It comes from a place of, this person has kind of broken your heart. They've broken your trust a little bit. And so then you take a closer look at things. Then you're like, okay, transformation. I'm moving on from this, and I'm going towards something that is much better for me. It's almost like blind trust. Like, this blind trust, it could come through a message. We do have Mercury in retrograde, so there can be messages that are not meant for you that show up in your own text or email inbox or something like that. And it's like, wow. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I thought it was this way. And what I'm seeing in this text, it's like showing me that, I need to go off on my own. I need to be on my own. All right. I need to do that. And I feel like you'll be rewarded for that. I feel like there's, fights about money. There's definitely fighting about money here. Definitely fights about money. I want to clarify this Page of Cups, because I think that's a little bit naive, right? A little bit naive. Queen of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, the 7 of Pentacles, and the Hermit energy. You have learned a ton, and you're selling yourself short. You've learned a ton. You have more capabilities than you think. And I feel like there can be some progress, a lot of progress actually, if you want to put that wisdom into action. Okay. And transmute or transition. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8 days to 8 weeks. So we're talking about middle of May, to the middle of July. We're not skipping over June, but it's the next 2 months. So in the middle of July, the North Node moves out of Taurus and the South Node moves out of what? I'm sorry, Scorpio? Yeah, moves out of Scorpio. It's moving into Aries and Libra. So there's something here about being more independent. If you've been too reliant or someone's been too reliant, then it's about being more independent. If you have been so independent that you haven't really had any relationships, or you're not really dealing in relationship the way you would be, the way would be to expand your wisdom, you know, then it's time to get into relationship. But this is happening between now and middle of July, this transformation here. One more thing. New opportunities are arriving. Yep, new opportunities, and that's going to send you on a new path. All right, new opportunities coming. So let's check it out. What are those new opportunities? Let's see what the ancestors have to say. I feel like in the extended, like I said, we're going to look at gifts that ancestors are saying, hey, you need to wake up to, you need to open up to, and you need to expand into. All right, Gemini, that's for you. If you want to continue on with this and see where we go, there's a link in the description box. I'll see you over there. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.